Those are the days of Dhul Hijjah. The first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah are the most powerful days in the lunar calendar. But the nights, we're talking about the nights. The most powerful nights are the nights of Ramadan, indeed, without a doubt. And from them, there are powerful nights towards the second half of Ramadan. In the last 10 nights, there is a greater chance that Laylatul Qadr is in those 10, the ones we are in right now. And then he says, تَحَرَّوْا لَيْلَةَ الْقَدْرِ فِي الْوِتْرِ مِنَ الْعَشْرِ الْأَوَاخِرِ مِنْ رَمَضَانِ. Search for the night of decree in the odd nights from the last 10 nights of Ramadan. How do I search for the night? By engaging in extra acts of worship, by seeking the forgiveness of Allah, by praising Allah, by reading some Quran, by engaging in more salah or prayer, by doing my taraweeh, by enjoying that, by not indulging in that which is prohibited, especially on those nights. You and I know prohibitions are prohibitions, be it in Ramadan or out of Ramadan. But what is of importance is when Allah has given the value to a certain night more than others, to do something wrong in that particular night would be even worse. ذَلِكَ وَمَنْ يُعَظِّمْ شَعَائِرَ اللَّهِ فَإِنَّهَا مِنْ تَقْوَى الْقُلُوبِ. In Surah Al-Hajj, Allah speaks about those who ensure the sanctity of that which Allah has given value to. That is a sign of the piety of the heart. When Allah Almighty tells you this is an auspicious occasion, this is a blessed place, to do wrong in that particular place or on that particular occasion intentionally would be damaging to our belief and faith in Allah Almighty. So my brothers and sisters, to search for the night is very important. We've already brought it down to the odd nights from the last 10 nights. That does not mean it didn't go by already. Someone asked me the other day, you know, the odd nights are different from country to country, from place to place. Trust me, Allah knows that the time of your suhoor and the time of your iftar is the most blessed time for the day. And He knows that it's different timings even in different towns and different cities. How He does it, He knows best. You just follow the instruction. That's how it works. When Allah says there is an hour on a Friday wherein it is, or there is a moment on a Friday wherein the dua or supplication that anyone makes is answered immediately. The Friday and the timings are different from place to place. The same applies to the time of tahajjud, early morning, that pre-dawn time that is most blessed, when Allah is calling out to all of us, who is there, who is going to ask me or seek forgiveness from me that I can give them or forgive them. And you and I know the time in Australia is different from that in America, and that in Europe is different from that in Africa. How does Allah do it? He knows best. He knows best. Do not despair and don't let things baffle you that Allah has kept the knowledge of Himself. You need to understand, if Allah says it is this way, it is that way. Subhanallah. And the same applies to everything else. Like I gave you the example of the starting and the ending of the fast on a daily basis, the prayer times on a daily basis, and so on. So if Allah Almighty has kept you in a place where the odd nights for me, here they are, He wants you to engage in worship. He wants you to seek His forgiveness. He wants you to spend that time in a way that you have not spent before. In a positive way, obviously. So He wants you to do goodness. We are gathered here because we would like to change our lives primarily.